Right? That's a pizza in my teeth. But back at it.
Chuki.
Got stuff to do. Parts to salvage. Shrapnel will take off. So just keep moving. Headlight disconnected. Now with these, the way my my HIDs worked, which is very common to the way all of them work, so it's not really anything special. What they do is they take the signal coming in to the signal and power coming into your light, and what they do is they use that to charge up the ballast, because it takes some insane amount of voltage to ignite a actual xenon bulb like this. And you should never touch those for any reason, or even let them be exposed like that, because they're probably going to break. But the way that works is actually really clever, because it just interrupts it and then puts it back in a bulb. So it's a really nice all-in-one solution. Right now I'm just trying to get rid of these bulbs and keep them somewhere so I don't damage them in the process. Because most likely that will end up happening. I will cause more harm than is good. And that will lead to me being even more angry than I already am. But, I don't know if, probably most of you guys, I don't have that big of a fan base on here. You guys are just watching me because it's very niche. So no one does this, no one really cares about these cars. And I completely see where they're coming from. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying. If you have something, you might as well take care of it, right? So I think these cars are they're very interestingly built. Some parts you have over engineering, some parts you just have. Let's let the automotive place fix that. Let's let the dealership replace that. And that's really interesting because you keep getting into the fact that the whole point of these cars is so that they're easily fixable. Like now on SUVs, you have to drop the whole engine out to do stuff. I think that's ridiculous. But does it make sense from a money standpoint? Yeah, totally. Makes way more sense. You can do everything in-house. Why wouldn't you? Make more money, you get to charge way more than what normal people would pay. I'm here, I'm looking back at my light bar setup, which I think is still pretty cool. Honestly, it's does it seem a little childish? Does it seem like you're just devaluating a vehicle, kinda? Is it cool to be driving down the road and then just light the whole thing up? Not just in front of you, but everything? I think it's pretty cool. Right now, I'm just going to try to eliminate as much things as possible on this without, I went to unlock the car. Okay, I only took the battery back up. Alright, I just popped the hood so I can put stuff in it. I mean, does that even make sense? I popped the trunk so I can put some stuff in it. I'm gonna go put my headlight enclosure in there as well as it's getting pretty late. This is ridiculous. we have another problem. The trunk did not open. So I'm gonna give it some power back. If there's a short somewhere, I will very much be unpleased. Alright, what I'm thinking is this car's been sitting for way too long, and the very small little, is that a solenoid motor? Maybe, I don't know. There's a solenoid or a motor. One of those two. Doesn't have enough power to open it, so I'm going to crawl in the back of the vehicle and open the trunk manually. Yippee. Alright, so we're back at it again. It's another day. I think my best option is to get a new one of these. Drill out the spot welds. Re-weld it with a flux core MIG welder. So we have options. Wait a second. Got a little heater right here. Hope it's not messing anything up. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna take off these and prep this thing for removal. Have fun watching.
Chuki. Chuki.
Alright, so I figured a couple things out when doing this kind of stuff. If you have a firm grasp on the actual bolt end of the side, impact off the nut. Doing the opposite doesn't really work due to the fact of how it works, because there's, at least for the torque on my DeWalt 18 volt impact drill, the torque on that is not insane, so of course you gotta do some little bit of maneuvering. Still bust off those no problem, huh? We got engine mounts off, which is always good. I'm gonna put these back in here so I don't lose them. Organization is very key when doing all this garbage. You know what? If you got really desperate, probably chop it right here. Just run a bar straight across of just some sample stock metal, just some standard stock metal right across here. You could do it if you're in a jam, but I'm trying to do this right, because this part right here is only about $100. Actually, it was exactly $100 when I found it. So most of the effort here is in swapping everything over, because you have the radiator, which is one of those fancy radiators with like 15 different hoses coming off of it from what it looks like back here. So that's going to be an issue. If I were to guess, I'd say we got about 10 spot welds on each side. Just a complete guess. I hope it's less. Let's just keep looking at it and digging in. Because from what I can tell right now, this is still a possible thing. You know what else I want to do, kind of? I kind of want to relocate the battery to the back of the car. Don't know why. Mainly because it's pretty cramped up here, but it's definitely not cramped enough to justify doing that. I don't know. It's just keep going, I guess, because we got a couple things to do with those supports, but that's about it. Real question is, what do I tear down to make my job easier, and what do I keep to make my job easier? Because it sure would be easy to remove that battery, and it would make this easier, but would it make my job easier putting it back into the car and having to redo all this? Because the way that battery's in there, you almost have to crush a radiator hose to get it in there. It's ridiculous. That's kind of why I want to put it in the back. But I think for what we have going now, just kind of clearing out the front.